Hey everybody, so I just wanted to do a quick how-to on how to create your thesis. Since we're not doing it in class, I did post the PowerPoint presentation for the thesis statement, so you can take a look at that. Bear with me. But we're going to do one together. I know that I did one the other night, well, sort of, but it wasn't that fantastic. So I'm just going to go over it with you real fast. Okay, bear with me as I share my screen. Okay, so thesis statements, super exciting stuff, right? They make a claim that somebody else might dispute or argue against. It contains a subject, opinion, and proof. It is your roadmap for the paper. It gives that paper direction, and it can maybe interpret a question so that you show what you're going to answer about that question, okay? Here's an example. Emily Dickinson used events from her life to better compose and contribute to her poetry. The many deaths throughout her life contributed to her style in writing, and perhaps most notably, her symbolism of death found in a multitude of her poems. So I have the subject as Emily Dickinson. The proof is that she used events from her life to compose poetry. And the opinion part is that those deaths are what contributed to her, her symbolism of death, okay? So that's the opinion, and that opinion is what I have to prove throughout the paper, all right? Another thing about thesis statements is typically they're one sentence, depending on how long your paper is going to be. But if your paper is, let's say, 20 or 30 pages, then your thesis statement might be like 2 or 3 sentences long. So it's okay. Remember, your paper is 3 to 5 pages, not including a works cited page, okay? So qualities of a strong thesis statement: the length, typically 1 sentence, okay? Independent clause, opinion, and then a dependent clause. I know it's been a few days, years, really, since we learned about independent and dependent clauses, but you can't have one without the other, dependent, independent, okay? The position, it's going to go in your introductory paragraph as well as being restated in your conclusion, okay? So typically it is the last sentence of your first paragraph or your introductory paragraph, and the last sentence, the first sentence of your final paragraph, your conclusion. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way depending on how your writing is flowing, but they're going in your intro and in your conclusion. Just know that. Strength, it has to be arguable, okay? It cannot be obvious. That's something everybody knows. So you're not going to write a paper about the sky being blue because everybody knows that it's blue, okay? And nobody's going to read it, quite frankly. All right, moving on. It's basically now just which one's the strongest. So topic of choice is teachers' pay. So teachers have the important job of educating our children and should be paid higher wages to reflect the importance of this task. So the subject is the teachers. The opinion is should be paid higher wages. And the proof is that they have an important job of educating our children, okay? So that's what the next few slides consist of, is figuring out which is what, okay? And then true false statements. So you can look at this at your leisure. But right now we're gonna do a, whatchamacallit? We're gonna do a thesis statement together, or at least, you know, like I'm gonna do it and you're gonna just watch me do it. Okay, so I decided to choose one of the topics from our things. Lucy, come here. My dog is barking. So no one chose this particular topic, Evelyn's character development. Okay, so now Evelyn is she's 48 years old. She's plump, okay? And she feels very vulnerable. Oh, it's the water dish, okay? So those are just some things about Evelyn. Obviously, it's not everything. There's much, much more in the text, but you'd have to actually read the text to know that. I'm just going out on a limb and assuming that some have not actually read it yet. But anyway, that's besides the point. It's neither here nor there. So now how do we make a thesis statement? Okay, so some of us can't just pull them out of our butts. Some of us can, and that's cool. All right, now remember, this is going to be due Thursday by midnight on Moodle. So the best way that I can suggest to start how to do a thesis statement is typing "I feel that." Okay, sorry, I just want to make it. So I feel that Evelyn Couch from the novel Fried Green Tomatoes, Thistle Cafe. There we go. Goes from being a flat character. Now, this is something that you would learn more in like a lit class versus a composition class. A flat character is a character that doesn't make any changes, and a round character is a character that changes how they were from the beginning to something new. Being a flat character to a round character by interpreting and analyzing the many interactions and conversations with Ninny Threadgood. Oops. Okay, so now my subject is Evelyn Couch. I don't know why. Okay, she's my subject. My opinion is that she's going from being a flat character to a round character, and my proof is that she interprets and analyzes the interactions and conversations with Ninny at the nursing home. Okay, so now the I feel that, because you need the opinion. All right, so now this whole statement is your opinion. Once you drop off the I feel that and you delete it, can it still stand true with your opinion in it? Does it need to have I or me in it? Most likely not, because you started out with I feel that. Okay, so that's just a good quick way to start a thesis. If you're having trouble with that starting point, just type I feel that and then put your opinion out there. Get rid of the I feel that and you should have a statement. Okay, now obviously it doesn't need to be perfect. You're going to send them to, or you're going to submit them rather through Moodle, and then I'm going to make comments back to you on ways that you can strengthen it and ways that you need to strengthen it. So don't expect it to be perfect. Okay, I think that's all I have for you guys. That's just your thesis how-to. If you have questions, feel free to send me an email, a smoke signal, text message, group me chat, whatever, right? And I will talk to you guys at another time. Bye, guys.